Hello. So this is the latest attempt at wiring up my RASA and my CEM60. If you looked at my previous video, you would notice it looked like some kind of electronic spaghetti monster threw up all over my telescope, and none of it actually worked. And I'm still kind of hoping that this does work because I haven't tried it out yet. But one thing I do that's confusing about this mount is under here it has a bunch of USB 2 connections and a couple of little electrical connections as well. Electrical power supplies. And I think they're driven, the electrical ones anyway, are driven by this plug here. But the USB, I believe, might come out of here. But you know what? I don't know for sure, and it didn't work for me last time. So I'm thinking, but I made the decision to just do something else because I don't know how that stuff actually works. And I hear they're not powered. The USBs are not powered. So I'm just going to go conventional. And so what I've done is I ordered this other dovetail bar for the top of my scope. And I put on a big USB hub right here. And then I moved the Pegasus Pocket Power right here. And so I've got that all kind of hooked up, and there's my little humidity and temperature sensor. And I bought a bunch of these Velcro ties, so they're removable, which is nice because you end up redoing this quite a bit before it ends up looking like this. So everything that needs to be on the telescope and right along with it is up there, and then just this one set of 3 wires is all that gets dragged around. And I'm not even sure that this silver one needs to be in there. So we'll see. I mean, if that is actually feeding these up here, then maybe I do need it, because then that's the route back to the computer, and I might need it for my guide scope if I ever use one, which would go right in here. These ones hanging off the front are, of course, just my camera wires, which it's not on there right now, so I have them hanging there. But yeah, it's much cleaner than it was, and I think it'll balance out okay, and then we'll see how it goes. I've got a few extra. I got my 10 amp power supply down here, and then also another, I think it's a 5, just kind of as a spare. The 10 actually does go, that's one of these wires goes up to the Pegasus here. And then I've got a couple of electrical 110 volt plugs that go into the strip down here, which I've got lashed onto the base. And so that's kind of it. Oh, one other thing I did, my big mistake last time why I couldn't hook up to my mount was there needs to be a USB, and it's like one of these little doodads here, old style USB plug. That the mount actually came with one, but then you have to buy an adapter to convert it back to the little narrow USB plug like this. And so rather than do that, I purchased this little doodad here, which is a Ioptron Starfi, which is my Wi-Fi to connect my computer to the mount. So that part of it won't run down any kind of long USB wire that runs out to the yard. Only camera